Hi, Emma. 1 second, Emma, and I'm going to type. Hey, Emma. Hello, Emma Taylor. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. Well, this chat is meant to just, in general, talk to people and just chill, relax. I have a lot of viewers coming here that want to know about joining the military. It's just a safe room. If you're doing anxiety or you have anything like that, I got some safe music on over here, just relaxing. It's because I just started the stream. I started the stream 7 minutes ago. So I just started the stream. Anxiety relief. Let's see, we do anxiety relief. Business. Health and wellness. Health and wellness. Health and wellness, anxiety relief, business.
Woke up to the golden light, soft breeze.
Have a nice day, Emma. Anxiety relief. I heard that. This is supposed to be anxiety relief music. Feel free to talk. I am definitely here to chat with you guys. Anxiety relief. That's what everybody votes for. Anxiety relief. Always anxiety relief. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me know if you can hear the music okay. Can you hear the music okay? Can you hear the music okay? My friends, can you hear the music okay? Can you hear the music okay? Can you hear the music okay? Pineapple. Why is I just randomly click on fruit and it's a pineapple and a banana. Dynamite. Hey, what's up? Can you hear me okay? And how is the music?
Here's one habit that makes you extremely intelligent. Replace social media with micro-learning. Have you?
Guys, we've had 11.6 thousand views in the last 7 days. 11.6 thousand. Let's keep it up. Can you hear the music okay? Is it relaxing? FYI, like, comment, share, like, comment, share, like, comment, share, like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, like, comment, share, like, share, like, comment, share, like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. Can you hear the music okay? Waiting for someone to chat. The other day we had actually had like 60 people in here. That was kind of cool. Let's grow it again. Literally here to listen to what you have to say. Can you hear the music okay? Welcome to the chat. Isn't that cool? Check that out. This is old school. Comes in a sheath. Get it? Comes in this cool little holder right here. Right? Got some antiques here. It's kind of cool. Very antique-ish. Can put it up. If you're into cooking, got this one right here. This one's kind of cool. What's up, Cameron? What's up, man? Doing a little things, doing a couple things. What you up, Cameron? Can you hear the music okay? You like the music? You like the music? I got this. This is cool. See how shiny it is? Oh, there we go. Has to go over that piece right there. This is a cool one. This is one. And then this one. This is a cool one. This is actually a cool antique. See? Hell if I know. Uh-oh. Getting to the end of the day for me. Definitely getting to the end of the day for me. Huh. You said you're saving for some proper chef's knives? Okay. Depends on what you're cooking. A good set of knives is good. You always cut yourself with a dull knife. That's the old saying in the kitchen. You always cut yourself with a dull knife. The older I get, the more I find that to be true.
While I'm getting ready, I love to hop onto NTT Arena.
While I'm getting ready, I love to hop on to blah, 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 blah. I love the blah, 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 and blah, 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 and I love the blah, 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 blah. I will get my blah, 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 blah. That's all I hear. That's literally all I hear. Am I the only one that just hears that? Cracker. Whenever I want to put mascara on, whenever I want to put mascara on, I only use this brand. Because they paid me money to tell you to use this brand. Okay? That's all I hear. Are you not entertained in Chris's Corner? It is too late to have caffeine. Is it too late to have caffeine? Is it too late to have caffeine, my friends? Ha! I do not think so. It may be a bit late to have caffeine. This is my internal monologue. Does anybody else have an internal monologue? Shout out. Does anybody else? Alrighty. Welcome to the chat, guys. We are relaxing here. Simply put, if you're in the chat, say hello. Shout out to anyone who is not an onion head. Shout out to anyone who is not an onion head. Durka. A lot of people find that offensive. Anybody else just repeat things they hear sometimes and they don't know what they mean, and then people hear you say it and you're just like, whoa, I was just repeating that for the sake of fluctuation, and they're like, oh, why did you say that? Anybody else have those experiences? You see me earlier, Cameron, I sat in here and I sang for like an hour straight, playing a game that we will not disclose on YouTube. A game. Can't say the game though. Full disclosure, if I say the game, I can't do it. Read the terms. I can call it the game. Can't show it. Can't talk about it. Can't mention it. But that's okay. Them bastards. Them son of a biscuits. Them son of a biscuit eater. Them son of a biscuit eaters, man. Them son of a biscuit eaters, man. Beautiful. Doo-doo-doo. Ah, fuck. Man. Well, that's not good. It is what it is. Anyways, what's up, guys? Maybe it's time for music therapy. What do we have here? This is cool. See it? Something you would grab. Comes in a cool case. Oh, I see. I was like, what's going on here? You know what I just realized for this one? Put that on that side. Interesting. You know what? I just realized something. They actually do go. I always put them back in the same side, but I just realized that one actually, if you stick it in, doesn't fit on that side. Interesting. This one's pretty cool. Right through there. Pop that in. That goes straight through there. See, the thing is, for this one, you gotta make sure it's an old one. It's got like a locking mechanic on it. But those are cool. Anyways. Welcome into the chat. Welcome into the chat. I'm back. Health and wellness. Topics of choice. We've got 2 choices: health and wellness, business, anxiety relief. I am a personal trainer. I've lost 80 pounds. Believe it or not, I may be helping open a new gym that is here in the area. I actually may be helping open it, and they may want to be hiring me to help open it. So would be pretty cool. It's going to be a huge gym, probably a multi-million-dollar gym. And if I do that, I'm probably going to finish the fitness app. And then when I go stream live with you guys, we're probably going to shift more towards health and wellness. And then I'll get through this back injury. And then, hell, who knows? Maybe we'll get into really good shape this year. I'm in okay shape right now. Could be better. Could be worse. It is what it is. Anyways, guys. Shout out in the chat. We have 3 votes, health and wellness. Guys, put it down below. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach. My job in the Navy was if you get too fat or out of standard when we measure you, you come to me, I measure you, I get you in standard. I've trained doing that 687 people. Not too smart at a lot of other stuff. Kind of stupid as a human being, believe it or not. Not really. I'm good at sales and I have some stuff, but as far as for some things, I'm absolutely not good. So health and wellness is definitely something in my wheelhouse. Just put below, are you an athlete? You want to get leaner? You want to get stronger? I played basketball and baseball. I was a pitcher and a shooting guard. Right? 6'4", 230, and I have a cracked SI joint and a crooked spine because I'm scoliotic, which sucks. But I'm still able to train. Anyways, guys, shout out down below if you're in the chat. You like the music? This is Calm Mountains. By the way, guys, just to put this in perspective, and Cameron, I know you like to know this. We've had a 11 to 12,000 people in the last 8 days come in just to come in here, and all we do is chat. And you guys seem to be entertained by me, and I'm somewhat entertained by you. So how the hell does that work, right?
Adam Ferrari.
Adam Ferrari. Hello, my
I
name
look
is.
forward to you joining us at our next investor webinar.
Thank you, Adam
Which is Rosie
Ferrari. I'm
First,
glad you
into our
look forward to
9
me
annual
joining the
interest rate
9 to
conference.
13%
See how
annual
our company has
return
become
on
an
Phoenix
emerging leader
Energy.
in the
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew had to tell me he's thankful for that damn commercial. Never should have responded to their. I never should have responded to them. Now they always spam my YouTube. Should smack them on the head. Anyways, guys, have you ever wanted to smack someone in the head? If so, shout their name out below. If you've ever wanted to smack someone in the face, shout out down below. Hopefully a meteor falls on their head, doesn't kill them, but maybe gives them a bald spot. Shout out to them. Welcome, guys. Hope you're entertained. Health and wellness. Hope you're entertained. Don't forget to vote. Uh-oh. What is this? It's better not, guys, it's better not to wish that a meteor falls on someone's head, okay? Like I said, don't be me. Be better than me. Come on, Rock. You're better than that, Rock. You're better than that, Rock. Don't be me, Rock. Be better than me, Rock. All right, Rock. Guys, you want to go over the news? I can share my screen. Would you like for me to share over my screen? You want to go over the news? You want to see what's going on in the news? See what's going on in the news? Maybe we could. Let's see here. I'm going to go over the news in the background. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Let's see.
Trump won. So if you can 5 or 10.
I want to thank the countries that helped me put this together: Qatar, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, and so many others. So many people fought so hard. This is a big day. We'll see how it all turns out. We have to get the final word down and concrete. Very importantly, I look forward to having the hostages come home to their parents and having some of the hostages, unfortunately, you know the condition they're in, come home likewise to their parents, because their parents wanted them just as much as though that young man or young woman were alive. So I just want to let you know that this is a very special day, maybe unprecedented in many ways. It is unprecedented, but thank you all, and thank you all to those great countries that helped.
Some black
We
screen.
give it a
Really?
tremendous amount of help. Everybody was unified in wanting this war to
black
end and
screen?
seeing peace in the Middle East. And we're very close to achieving that. Thank you all, and everybody will be thank the countries
Is it
that
really a
helped me
black
put this
screen?
together:
Shouldn't
Qatar, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan. I was just dealing with people from the Middle East, our people and other people, on the potential peace deal for the Middle East. Peace for the Middle East, that's a beautiful phrase, and we hope it's going to come true, but it's very close. And they're doing very well. We have a great team over there, great negotiators, and there are unfortunately great negotiators on the other side also. But it's something I think that will happen, got a good chance of happening. I may go there some. The Secretary of State saying that we're very close to a deal in the Middle East. I may go there. Yeah, I was just given a note by the
Very
Secretary of
close
State
to
saying that
making
we're
a
very
deal.
close to a deal in the Middle East, and they're going to need me pretty quickly.
What was in the note Rubio handed Trump?
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space?
With this free satellite Earth
Have
Maps
you ever
tool, you
wanted to
can
see
zoom
your
right
home
down to your
face?
exact address in just seconds.
Just
Imagine
seconds.
pulling up your neighborhood, spotting your roof, your
Haven't
street,
you always
even the
wanted to
landmarks
see your
around you,
home from
all in
space?
real time from
Did
an
you
aerial
know, if
view.
you didn't know,
It's like having your
that you
own
could
personal
see your
window to
home
the
from
world
space
right on your
about
screen.
20 years
This tool is
ago?
simple to
Did you
use.
know that's been
Just
around
type in an
for,
address and instantly
ever?
explore detailed satellite
Did you
imagery
know that
with
if you
incredible
think that
clarity and
just
precision.
now seeing
Whether
your
you're
home from
curious about
space
your
is new
home, checking out a
technology,
vacation
your
spot,
head's
or
about
just
to
exploring
explode.
places you've
Did
always
you
wanted to
know
visit,
this?
it's all right here. Discover the power of seeing your world from above. Don't just hear about it, experience it. Try this free satellite Earth Maps tool today and see your world.
4 or 5 houses go over the past few years. Rinderknecht arrested near his current home in Melbourne, Florida. Authorities say before starting the fire, he listened to a song by a French rap artist in which the music video for the song shows the main character lighting things on fire. And among the evidence, they say they recovered this image of a city on fire that authorities say the suspect created using ChatGPT.
Wow, you see this?
Investigators say the evidence points to a suspect obsessed with fire.
Obsessed
We have
with
evidence
fire.
of that will be addressed in trial,
Kenny Cooper.
but evil
That's
people
kinda
do
nuts,
evil
isn't it?
things.
And David, about 9 months after that fire, we've noticed
Cameron, you
something
like
new
it when
here
I'm
in
in the
Pacific
background?
Palisades,
By the way,
and that's
Cameron.
construction, but you only get a real sense of what's going on here from above.
Can you
With
see
that
me
drone,
from
I
here?
want you to see that most parts of the Palisades still look like a
Cameron,
vast
can you see
dirt
me okay right
parking
now?
lot. Now, there are nearly 7,000
I'm
structures
testing this. I don't ever
destroyed.
do this.
New
Can you see
homes
me okay
are being
right here?
constructed in just 230 lots at this point, according to the city, as so many
Cam
families
reporter.
continue to battle it
Look,
out with their insurance companies. And as for that suspect who's accused of causing all of this, he could face up to 20
I
years
wonder
in
if
prison. if
guys
convicted.
coming in.
David.
Cameron,
Matt,
you
I'm glad
think
you
if I
pointed
made a
out, even with
stream
that
and
new
said,
construction, so many other families still
streaming
fighting
news,
with their
feel free
insurance
to
companies
comment.
trying just to get
do you
started
think that would be
on the
good, or
recovery.
that would
Matt,
be a
thank
good
you.
chat?
Tonight, the dramatic scene in court, former FBI Director James Comey
Hey guys, welcome
arraigned
to
in
the
federal
chat.
court
Welcome to
pleading
the
not
chat.
guilty. Comey, a frequent target of President Trump, and tonight what ABC News is now
Guys,
learning
welcome to the
about
chat.
a
Feel
central
free to talk
witness
down
in this
below.
case. Comey's team now trying to get this trial dismissed before it even starts. Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. He was in the courtroom today.
Tonight, James Comey, former director of the FBI, now a criminal defendant in a Virginia courtroom, pleading
Guys, you
not
have any
guilty to
comments
federal
below?
charges
Let me know.
brought at the urging of President Trump. Comey has publicly proclaimed his innocence.
I have
Look
great
at the
confidence
chat.
in the
Anybody got
federal
any
judicial
comments
system,
below? Let me know.
and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial.
Today in court, Comey's attorney telling the judge he will quickly file a motion to end the case before it begins, seeking a dismissal on the grounds of selective and vindictive prosecution, saying this case is being brought at the direction of President Trump. Comey was indicted just 5 days after President Trump publicly pressured Attorney General
Hey,
Pam
Cameron,
Bondi
you think I
to go
should
after
change
him,
my
posting
name
nothing
of my
is being
channel
done,
to Chris
and we
the
can't
Entertainer?
delay any longer.
You think I should change it
24
to
hours ago,
Chris-
Bondi was
Chris
asked
the
about that
Entertainer?
message.
Do you consider
This
that a
is
directive to the
interesting.
Justice
The real
Department?
CJ Whitehead.
Senator
the real
Klobuchar,
Chris,
President Trump is the most
the real
transparent
Chris
president
blog,
in American
and I can
history.
switch it up to get a wider audience.
And I don't think he said
Pretty good to
anything
be a
that
good
he
name.
hasn't said for years.
The former FBI chief now charged with lying
Think
to
about
Congress,
brainstorming it, 'cause I may
obstructing a
switch it to
congressional
health and
proceeding
wellness.
by testifying he did not authorize leaks to reporters. Sources tell us the Justice
Nah,
Department will
keep it
allege
Founding
Comey had in
Fathers,
fact
keep it
allowed a
Founding
friend, law
Fathers, and
professor
the
Daniel previously determined
1976
Richmond
channel
would
was
be a
originally
problematic
created in honor
witness
of
who
Charlie
would present
Kirk,
likely insurmountable
1776.
problems for their case.
I
That's
changed
because
my.
Richmond told
I had a
him
channel
Comey
called
had
Learn,
actually urged
Listen,
him
Love,
not
and
to engage with
Investment
the
Coach
media
Chris,
and
I
not
had
to
some
share
other
information,
businesses
according
that
to
I ran
sources.
through.
Still,
I've had a
President
few
Trump
aliases
insisted the
on
case
this
go
YouTube.
forward anyway. He removed the
Okay.
U.S. attorney in charge, replacing him with one
Yeah,
of Trump's
Founding
own
Fathers,
personal attorneys, Lindsey
1776.
Halligan,
I
who
changed
has
that
no
when Charlie
prosecutorial
Kirk was still
experience,
alive.
saying Halligan would
So I
get
kind
things
of feel
moving.
connected to him in a sense.
Comey's attorney
I don't
told
know
the
if you
judge
guys
today
did,
he will
but I
argue
felt
that
kind of
U.S. Attorney
connected with
Halligan
Charlie Kirk.
was
So I
illegally
did
appointed
Founding
and
Fathers
that this is also grounds for
1776,
dismissing
and
the
then
case. Again,
he was
sources
kind of,
telling us
I
a key
didn't agree
witness
with
could
everything
be
that he said,
problematic.
obviously.
If
I
the
don't
case
think
does go
anybody
to
did.
trial, the judge
I will
schedules
say
it to start
this, he
soon,
seemed like a good
on
dude.
January 5th. David?
And you'll be
And,
following it, Pierre Thomas in Washington. Thank you.
yeah.
Tonight, millions in the
So-
East are now bracing for what could be the first nor'easter
Is
of the
this pretty
season,
good?
potentially dangerous coastal storm
Should I
moving in
project
right
my
into the
voice like
Northeast.
this, Cameron?
Let's get to
I'm gonna say this
WABC
for
Chief Meteorologist
one,
Lee Goldberg with
or
what
should I
could be
do it like
brewing
this?
and when
This
it could
is
hit.
two.
Hey, Lee.
So
Hey,
this
David,
is
definitely
scary,
growing
and I'm
concern for
pretty
this
sure
potential
this is
coastal
too
low.
low.
The building
I
blocks for
think
this storm are
this
still
might be a
coming
little
together. It
too
hasn't
loud.
formed
This
yet.
is
But now we're
one.
getting more
This
consensus
is
from our weather
one.
charts that low
This
pressure will
is
be in the
one.
northwest Bahamas on
How does
Friday,
this sound,
bringing
guys?
soaking rains and winds to
This
the
is
southeast
two.
coast.
This
And then
is
it makes a
two.
very
This is
slow move
two.
up. The coast could arrive in the northeast by the time we get to Sunday. But if it sticks around and it's strong, you're talking about heavy rain, gusty winds, even significant coastal flooding and beach erosion. That could last Sunday through even part of
The news
Tuesday
is too
in the
loud.
northeast. Leading up to that, we got the coolest air since May here in New York, struggling to 60 tomorrow. All that record warm from the Great Lakes into the northeast.
Is that
Turning into
better?
mornings in the 30s and 40s the next 2 days. David?
Lee Goldberg back with us.
Is that
tonight.
better?
Thank you. Tonight, National Guard troops are preparing to deploy to the streets of Chicago as the war of words between President Trump and Illinois' governor escalates. President Trump calling for the jailing.
Much
of
better,
Illinois
much better.
Governor
So you
J.B.
think that
Pritzker.
sounds better?
Pritzker saying President Trump has dementia and has something stuck in his head. And he
Kinda
can't
like
get
this
it out of
vibe?
his head, calling President Trump's move an unconstitutional
You like this
invasion.
vibe at all?
Alex Perez in Chicago.
You digging this
Tonight, with
vibe?
500 members of the Texas and Illinois National Guard preparing to fan out across Chicago, charged with securing federal agents and properties, the president ramping up his attack on the mayor and the governor who called the deployment an unconstitutional invasion. The president calling for their arrest in an online post. Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers.
All
Governor
right.
Pritzker also.
Everything we're doing is very lawful. What they're doing is not lawful.
But the governor calling the president a coward.
He's demented, literally, unhinged. And this is somebody who's so insecure that he lashes out pretending that he can come arrest people for no reason at all. He can't.
In the last 24 hours, Pritzker saying the president has dementia.
Aside from the fact that he's out of his mind and has dementia, yeah, it's clear to me that he is targeting Democratic cities.
Telling the Chicago Tribune, this is a man who's suffering dementia. This is a man who has something stuck in his head. He can't get it out of his head. He doesn't read. He doesn't know anything that's up to date.
This is a peaceful process.
After weeks of clashes, local officials in Chicago accuse ICE agents of using excessive force. This video showing agents shooting protesters with pepper balls, striking a Presbyterian minister in the head. You can hear the shots continue as he gets back on his feet. President Trump is now threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act to send troops into cities like Chicago and Portland for law enforcement.
And David, tomorrow federal judges will hear arguments from state officials trying to block the deployment of the National Guard to Portland and Chicago. David?
Alex, thank you. Meantime, the government shutdown, day 8, no end in sight, and the growing concern tonight over air traffic controllers forced to work without pay. There's alarm over low staffing now, airports including Newark and Washington's Reagan Airport actually reducing the flights coming in and out, slowing down the schedule intentionally so controllers can keep up. Here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, federal authorities are hoping the air traffic controllers who are still showing up will be enough to keep air travel going and passengers safe. Newark and Washington Reagan facing shortages, forcing those facilities to reduce or slow flights in and out.
My thing is I want to get to my destination safely. I want to be able to hug my wife when I get there and be safe.
I was on the way in my Uber and expecting to fly out around 7. I'm not flying out till 9 now, so I won't get home until about probably 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
Aviation unions say the shutdown is placing a heavy burden on critical workers, and the longer it
Yeah,
drags
the
on,
shutdown,
the less
guys.
safe the skies will be.
Opinions on the shutdown?
Under an increasingly
Does anybody have any opinions on the government shutdown? Anybody have any opinions on the government shutdown?
getting a paycheck.
And David, already this week, there's been more than 10,000 flight delays across the country. David.
Trevor Ault on this for us. Trevor,
Is the government shutdown affecting any of y'all?
5 months on the run, the suspect convicted of double murder,
Government
the last of 10
shutdown
escapees to break out of that jail in New
affecting
Orleans,
you guys?
found several states away. And tonight, you're going to see the images of the standoff. Authorities actually using gas canisters to move him through the house to arrest him. Here's Faith Abube.
Tonight, 5 months after a brazen jailbreak in New Orleans, a convicted double murderer now captured at this home in Atlanta, ending a multi-state manhunt. SWAT teams surrounding 28-year-old Derek Groves, the last of 10 escapees, a tip leading to an hours-long standoff.
We deployed a number of canisters of gas
to help move him throughout the house.
A police canine finding the murderer in a makeshift crawl space, according to officials. This was the dramatic scene back in May. Stunning surveillance video showing those 10 inmates escaping. Officials say they opened a faulty cell door, ripped a toilet off the wall, squeezed through a gap, and left this taunting message scribbled above the hole. Too easy. Tonight, authorities grateful no one was hurt.
And David, Groves will be transferred to Louisiana to face more charges. David.
Faith Abube reporting tonight. Faith, thank you. When we come back here, there's news coming in tonight on Kiss legend Gene Simmons, what we've learned. Also, country music star Zach Bryan and what he's saying tonight about his new song after critics say it takes aim at ICE here in the U.S. You'll hear the lyrics. Also, the incredible scene on a highway, a medical helicopter going down. Look at these Good Samaritans right here. They're actually trying to lift the helicopter up, their rescue effort at a moment. And stay tuned here tonight. Dolly Parton's message this evening for all of you at home. Amid so much concern and after her sister asked fans for prayers for Dolly,
Share your thoughts
Dolly
down
is
below.
saying about her own health and what she wants you to know tonight.
Share your thoughts down below, guys.
If you live in a Georgia zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years, listen carefully. I was an insurance agent for 30 years, and what I
Next tonight, here the images emerging of that rescue on a freeway in Sacramento, California. Good Samaritans lifting the wreckage of a medical helicopter to try to free a trapped victim after that helicopter crashed Monday night. A pilot, nurse, and paramedic were all on board that chopper. All survived this, but remain hospitalized tonight. From the Vatican tonight, the first American Pope welcoming some special guests from his hometown of Chicago. Children from Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church and Academy attending Pope Leo's weekly audience, dressed in red cardinal outfits. One student even getting the ultimate souvenir, exchanging hats with the Pope. The students who were so proud of Pope Leo making history, they went viral earlier this year with their own mock conclave. When we come back here tonight, the news coming in on Kiss legend Gene Simmons. There's been a car accident. And Dolly Parton and her new message tonight. She knows many of you at home are concerned for her health and what she's now saying. To the Index, Kiss legend Gene Simmons is recovering at home after a car accident in Malibu on Tuesday. Authorities say he had a parked car after passing out or fainting inside his Lincoln Navigator. The 76-year-old was taken to the hospital and released. Simmons thanking fans tonight for their kind wishes, saying he's fine. Country music star Zach Bryan responding tonight to backlash over his new song. Critics say Bryan appears to criticize immigration enforcement agents in his new song, Bad News. He sings, quote, ICE is going to come bust down your door, try to build a house no one builds no more. Bryan says the song was written months ago and the criticism shows how divided we are as a country. When we come back here tonight, Dolly Parton, her new message for you, what she wants everyone to know about her health. Finally tonight here, she is most definitely America Strong. Dolly Parton with her new message tonight. She knows many are worried about her health. Her sister had asked for prayers. So here tonight, Dolly, in her own words.
I want to say something. Well, today's October 8th, and obviously I'm here doing some commercials for the Grand Ole Opry, which is why I'm dressed kind of like a country western girl.
Crazy, right?
But before I got started, I wanted to say, I know lately everybody thinks that I am sicker than I am. Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard here. Anyway, I wanted to put everybody's mind at ease, those of you that seem to be real concerned, which I appreciate. And I appreciate your prayers because I'm a person of faith. I can always use the prayers for anything and everything. But I want you to know that I'm okay. I've got some problems, as I mentioned, back when my husband Carl was very sick. That was for a long time. And then when he passed, I didn't take care of myself. So I let a lot of things go that I should have been taken care of. So anyway, when I got around to it, the doctor said, we need to take care of this, we need to take care of that. Nothing major, but I did have to cancel some things so I could be closer to home, closer to Vanderbilt, you know, where I'm kind of having a few treatments here and there. But I wanted you to know that I'm not dying, but I figured if you heard it from me, you'd know that I was okay. So anyhow, that's what I wanted to say. And I'm not ready to die yet. I don't think God is through with me, and I ain't done working.
She said, I ain't done working. Well, you got to give credit to Dolly Parton. She's been around for a long time. You got to give credit where credit's due, man. That girl crazy. Guys, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Terrible idea. 95%.
If you're a Christian and you're thinking of starting a business, just don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Meanwhile, radical agitators
That's
have
just
spent
it.
nearly 190
That's just
straight
that's just it.
Chanley
It's
Painter
just,
is here with all the details. Chanley.
Hey, good morning. That's right. Trump's announcement coming as the violent anti-ICE clashes persistent.
That's what's up, Cameron. Cameron, you like the vibes in here?
Secretary Caroline Leavitt saying this. Watch.
Nah, I know you guys typically like me to play piano. I played piano in an earlier stream over there.
Once and for all. The president has directed
I
Secretary
played for like
all
4
necessary
hours
troops
earlier.
to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE
4 hours of
facilities under
piano is
siege from
actually
attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic
cool.
terrorists.
Tough
This is
for
not peaceful
Mr.
protesting. This is
Mr.
left-wing
Me.
anarchy.
Believe it or not.
ICE's Portland director says the facility is under constant attack with little help from local police because of political directives from city leaders. And the nightly protests have escalated beyond just chants and signs. Bottle rockets are striking ICE buildings, rocks are shattering windows, lasers targeting officers' eyes, and barricades blocking vehicles. On Friday, the FBI said 2 federal citations were issued in just the past 24 hours, as well as 27 active and pending investigations and 130 arrests. Following 100 days since agitators have laid siege to that ICE facility, Portland FBI is
There we go.
We continue to work with our partners to investigate instances of violence and destruction of property and hold those individuals accountable. And meanwhile, in Illinois, protests also persist there, guys, as federal agents announced the arrest of more than 1,000 illegal aliens as part of Operation Midway Blitz, a sweeping crackdown they launched earlier this month. Guys, back to you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
Donald Trump wanted American cities to be listened. In Chicago, in the middle of the night, federal agents stormed an apartment building. Black Hawk helicopters, flashbangs, military...
Guys, any comments down below? Let me know.
Everyone was detained, no matter their status.
Flashbang,
Children were
getting
zip-tied
zip
together, separated
ties.
from their parents. And the
What
folks
a
say
beautiful
they arrested
world
dozens
we
of
live
vandals.
in.
Also
What
in
a
the city,
beautiful
Charlie Kirk's
world
group was
we
given a front
live
row
in.
seat to a raid inside a Walmart.
Amazing. Secretary Noem was here. They rolled up a couple of guys, and it's rowdy. I mean, there's a lot of people around. Everyone's filming. The Secretary of Homeland Security is right now doing raids at Walmart.
So, as forewarned, I mean, we have a situation in which American cities are at the center of this ICE crackdown, and there's indiscriminate use of force against Americans, non-Americans, people here legally, people here illegally. And on the right, nobody seems to care. In fact, they love it.
I saw a video from a local station in Chicago, and residents of a community there were describing an ICE raid and like what they saw. 2 things struck me. One, they were talking about things that happened to them. They were talking about how they were treated in this ICE raid. These are the people that, I guess, by virtue of being born here in America, are entitled to being treated like human beings. The second thing is that they were all black. And I'm going to say something. We saw this coming. We knew the neighborhoods where these ICE raids would take place. We knew that a lot of these things wouldn't happen in Beverly Hills or in Coconut Grove.
And it's because there's competition between countries and competition between companies within a country, and all of that is making it go faster and faster. And if the US slowed it down, China wouldn't slow it down.
Does Ilya think it's possible to make AI safe?
I think he does. He won't tell me what his secret source is. I'm not sure how many people know what his secret source is. I think a lot of the investors don't know what his secret source is, but they've given him billions of dollars anyway because they have so much faith in Ilya, which isn't foolish. I mean, He was very important in AlexNet, which got object recognition working well. He was the main force behind the things like GPT-2, which then led to ChatGPT. So I think having a lot of faith in Ilya is a very reasonable decision.
There's something quite haunting about the guy that made and was the main force behind GPT-2, which led rise to this whole revolution, left the company because of safety reasons. He knows something that I don't know about what might happen next.
Well, the company had, no, I don't know the precise details, but I'm fairly sure the company had indicated that it would use a significant fraction of its resources of the compute time for doing safety research, and then it reduced that fraction. I think that's one of the things that happened.
Yeah, that was reported publicly.
Yes.
Yeah. We've gotten to the autonomous weapons part of the risk framework.
Right. So the next one is joblessness.
Yeah.
In the past, new technologies have come in which didn't lead to joblessness. New jobs were created. So the classic example people use is automatic teller machines. When automatic teller machines came in, a lot of bank tellers didn't lose their jobs. They just got to do more interesting things. But here, I think this is more like when they got machines in the Industrial Revolution, and you can't have a job digging ditches now because a machine can dig ditches much better than you can. And I think for mundane intellectual labor, AI is just going to replace everybody. Now, it may well be in the form of you have fewer people using AI assistants. So it's a combination of a person and an AI assistant, and now doing the work that 10 people could do previously.
People say that it will create new jobs, though, so we'll be fine.
Yes, and that's been the case for other technologies, but this is a very different kind of technology. If it can do all mundane human intellectual labor, then what new jobs is it going to create? You'd have to be very skilled to have a job that it couldn't just do. So I don't think they're right. I think you can try and generalize from other technologies that come in, like computers or automatic teller machines, but I think this is different.
People use this phrase, they say, AI won't take your job. A human using AI will take your job.
Yes, I think that's true. But for many jobs, that'll mean you need far fewer people. My niece answers letters of complaint to a health service. It used to take her 25 minutes. She'd read the complaint and she'd think how to reply and she'd write a letter. And now she just scans it into a chatbot and it writes the letter. She just checks the letter. Occasionally she tells it to revise it in some ways. The whole process takes her 5 minutes. That means she can answer 5 times as many letters. And that means they need 5 times fewer of her. So she can do the job that 5 of her used to do. Now, that will mean they need less people. In other jobs, like in healthcare, they're much more elastic. So if you could make doctors 5 times as efficient, we could all have 5 times as much healthcare for the same price. And that would be great. There's almost no limit to how much healthcare people can absorb. They always want more healthcare if there's no cost to it. There are jobs where you can make a person with an AI assistant much more efficient, and you won't lead to less people because you'll just have much more of that being done. But most jobs, I think, are not like that.
Am I right in thinking the sort of Industrial Revolution played a role in replacing muscles?
Yes, exactly.
And this revolution in AI replaces intelligence, the brain?
Yeah. So mundane intellectual labor is like having strong muscles, and it's not worth much anymore.
So muscles have been replaced. Now intelligence is being replaced.
Yeah.
So what remains?
Maybe for a while some kinds of creativity, but the whole idea of superintelligence is nothing remains. These things will get to be better than us at everything.
So what do we end up doing in such a world?
Well, if they work for us, we end up getting lots of goods and services for not much effort.
Okay. That sounds tempting and nice, but I don't know, there's a cautionary tale in creating more and more ease for humans in it going badly.
Yes, and we need to figure out if we can make it go well. So the nice scenario is, imagine a company with a CEO who is very dumb, probably the son of the former CEO, And he has an executive assistant who's very smart. And he says, I think we should do this. And the executive assistant makes it all work. The CEO feels great. He doesn't understand that he's not really in control. And in some sense, he is in control. He suggests what the company should do. She just makes it all work. Everything's great. That's the good scenario.
And the bad scenario?
The bad scenario, she thinks, why do we need him?
Yeah. I mean, in a world where we have superintelligence, which you don't believe is that far away.
Yeah, I think it might not be that far away. It's very hard to predict, but I think we might get it in like 20 years or even less.
So what's the difference between what we have now and superintelligence? Because it seems to be really intelligent to me when I use like ChatGPT 3.0 or Gemini or...
Okay, so AI is already better than us at a lot of things. In particular areas, like chess, for example.
Yeah.
AI is so much better than us that people will never beat those things again. Maybe the occasional win, but basically they'll never be comparable again. Obviously the same in Go. In terms of the amount of knowledge they have, something like GPT-4 knows thousands of times more than you do. There's a few areas in which your knowledge is better than its, and in almost all areas it just knows more than you do.
What areas am I better than it?
Probably in interviewing CEOs. You're probably better at that. You've got a lot of experience at it. You're a good interviewer. You know a lot about it. If you got GPT-4 to interview a CEO, probably do a worse job.
Okay.
Ashton was a high-level athlete. She was, even at 5. We started noticing that something wasn't quite right. And in an instant, literally, your world flips. And your healthy 5-year-old competitive cheerleader has a brain tumor.
I was like, so this is it? My daughter only lived to be 5?
For 7 months, we didn't know a lot of times if we were coming or going. But God gave us St. Jude. Coming here and receiving treatment that was life-saving for our child, and knowing that that treatment would be of no cost to us was a huge weight lifted.
I've always felt like Ashton had a special purpose. I'm so thankful that we get an opportunity to see what that is. Now she's thriving and she's back into competitive cheer. She reminds me daily that I'm not a kid, I'm a preteen.
She is as much of a firecracker as she ever has been. She has lots of friends. She enjoys spending time with family.
Simple moments that I really appreciate is just watching Ashton do things that she loves, because we did not know 5 years ago if we were going to be able to see these things.
Now I don't have that fear. She's not a sick kid. She is able to do everything she wants to do, and she leads a normal life. St. Jude has been a blessing to us, and it has translated to life for our child.
Life after student debt is within reach. Refi at SoFi.com. You could save thousands and get to your goals faster. SoFi, get your money right.
I'm trying to think if I agree with that statement. GPT-4, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess you could train one.
But it may not be long before.
Yeah, I guess you could train one on this, how I ask questions and what I do. And
sure. And if you took a general purpose sort of foundation model, and then you trained it up on not just you, but every interviewer you could find doing interviews like this, but especially you, you'll probably get to be quite good at doing your job, but probably not as good as you for a while.
Okay. So there's a few areas left, and then superintelligence becomes when it's better than us at all things.
When it's much smarter than you and at almost all things it's better than you, yeah.
And you say that this might be a decade away or so.
Yeah, it might be. It might be even closer. Some people think it's even closer. It might well be much further. It might be 50 years away. That's still a possibility. It might be that somehow training on human data limits you to not being much smarter than humans. My guess is between 10 and 20 years we'll have superintelligence.
On this point of joblessness, it's something that I've been thinking a lot about in particular because I started messing around with AI agents, and we released an episode on the podcast actually this morning where we had a debate about AI agents with a CEO of a big AI agent company and a few other people. And it was the first moment where it was another moment where I had a eureka moment.
You missed it, dude. I'm done.